Let's begin with the Options API approach in VueJS. First, we have a parent component, which uses the provide function to make a new instance of API service available to its children. The provide function is an option where you return an object. Each property of this object becomes available to descendant components, but it's important to note that it's not reactive by default. Now, let's look at the child component, which declares its dependence on the API service through the Inject option. This component accepts the API service as an injected dependency. Then, in the mounted lifecycle hook, we demonstrate using this service by outputting it to the console. Moving on to the composition API, it grants us a more flexible way to use provide and inject. Here, in a component named parent component, we import provide and inject from Vue, and during the setup phase, we create an instance of API service. We then call provide passing a key, API service, and the actual service instance. This exposes API service to all child components. In child component, also within the setup, we call inject using the same key API service to access the provided API service instance. We perform a check to ensure that API service is available before using it, which is a good practice to avoid potential errors. Then we log the service to the console, which showcases how the injection works in the composition API setup function.